welcome back to Minecraft. As you can see in my hotbar, I've been kind of farming ender pearls. The easiest way I've found of doing this is to just dig 2 blocks into one of these pillars and then lure them to you, and then you can just sit here and spam click. They can't hit you as long as you stay 2 blocks in. If you stand on this block, they can just hit you through this. So if you just stand here and hit them, then you'll get the ender pearls. The reason I'm trying to get ender pearls is because today I'm going to attempt to build an Enderman farm. I freshened up on how to build it, and it doesn't seem to be that difficult. It seems to be relatively easy. It just takes a lot of blocks and obviously a bit of patience. We're going to do it the way that Doc M did it with the Endermite. I think that's probably the best way to do it. The problem is I'm going to have to create an anvil and then use a name tag to name the Endermite so it doesn't despawn. I'm also going to need obviously a lot of ender pearls because they spawn by constantly using ender pearls, and I think it's like a 2% chance, something like that they'll pop up behind you. So we're going to do that, and I'm going to have to go 200 blocks in this direction and then go up. So for now I'll just try to finish this stack of ender pearls off, and then we'll go back to the base, collect all the stuff that we need to collect, and then we'll get going and try to make a start on this. Okay, so we're back in our main base. I have this shulker box full of just stone. There's a lot of wood in there as well. There's some diorite and andesite, just useless blocks, and then I've got these 2. I also need a redstone torch. Just about got enough. There we go. I've got a bunch of food. Obviously going to keep all this stuff on me. I'm going to take my golden apples just for the... I don't need that. Just for when we're at the top trying to spawn the endermite, so I can regenerate my health pretty quickly. One of the things we're going to need to do is make an anvil. So if I just get this, I think you need to make 3 blocks, right? There's 1, and I do have some more iron up here. There's 3 of them. And then I think it is just that. Yeah, there we go. There's an anvil. Put this iron back. Okay, so yeah, let me just get this tag out. Go in here, put it in there. And then we'll name him Jail Bait. Jailbait. There we go. That's just, I don't know if most people know what jailbait is, but in the UK it's a thing that I'm not going to go into. But yeah, that's the name tag, so we can name the endermite when we get it. So let me just quickly go over my inventory just to make sure that I have everything I need. So I don't think we need anything from this chest at the moment. There's nothing too important in there. We have slept in this bed, so we will spawn there if we need to come back. Christ. I'm dead. I have no idea why he was instantly angry with me, but that was rather annoying. Right, so first things first is I want to make sure that this platform here cannot have any endermen on. I think there's enough light up here. Well, actually, no, I don't think they can spawn in lighted areas, can they? I'm not too sure. I'm just guessing that they're the same as normal mobs where they can only spawn in dark. So now I have to build this little platform 200 blocks away from the spawning thing. The reason you're doing it so far is I think the minimum you can do is 150, but I want to go 200 because we have this thing up here that's probably going to cause a problem, and I just want to 100% make sure that nothing spawns in the way. I should have really done this in half-stone slabs because I think you get more, but it's fine. I think we've got more than enough cobblestone to keep us busy for now. So I've probably gone out a little bit too far here. You cannot see the end islands at all, which is okay, to be honest. As long as nothing spawns on there, then we're fine. Placed torches all along here, so nothing will spawn on it, and it seems to be working. So obviously I was right in that they don't spawn in lighted areas. So this is just a little mini platform that we've got at the moment. About here, I realised that you do actually get more. Oh, you can just about see the end island over there, but that's too far away for anything to spawn. But yeah, I just started using these here because I did realise that you get more. Like every 3 cobblestone blocks, you get 6 half-stone slabs. So obviously, it basically doubles the amount that you get. So we are going to use them from now on. Oops. I'm going to need to place a chest down just to put some stuff in, so I don't lose anything straight away. I've got some sand which I will keep on me because, well, actually I don't really need the sand, do I? I want to put that in there. I just want to put things in here that I don't really want to lose right now. So what the plan's going to be at the moment is I'm going to build all the rings and all that. It's going to go straight up to the top, and then I'll dig back down and then collect the stuff that I need and go back up. The reason I'm going to do it that way is just so if I do fall whilst I'm doing this, I don't lose the ender pearls and stuff like that. So they're going to be landing around. I want them to land here, right? So they'll be landing on this. And I want to lower this down a little bit just so I can stand underneath them, so it's a bit easier to collect the... Oops. It's a bit easier to collect the... Ah, damn it, I lost them. The ender pearls are going to be spawning here. And I might as well use cobblestone just for the back end. I can obviously replace all of this eventually, but for now it doesn't really matter. Just want to do this so they can't go through or fall through. Sorry. There we go. Right, so we'll put this back, and then we'll start building up. So the way this works, from what I can tell, is you have to build 3 up like this. Right, and then... Actually, no, because that's gonna... Because they're 3 blocks high, so they can't get through this, but this here is a problem, so I just, for now, just do that. Yeah, so every 3 blocks, you have to do a ring. So that they won't like fall through. They'll just go straight down. I think if you don't do these rings, they can just kind of fall down it and fall onto that, which obviously you don't want. And I have to do this up to the level 92. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. This might take a while. I think I have enough, or I should have enough half-stone slabs on me. If not, I can just dig my way back down. Alright, so this is level 92. I really do not like how high we are right now. Probably should have got the elytra rings before we did this, just to be safe. But this is just fine, I guess. Right, so we need to find the middle. That's where the minecart will be, with the endermite inside of it. Yeah, and then let's see here. We need to go. They need to be like this, so they can't get in the enderman can't get in this to kill the endermite. Right, in order to get the endermite in there, we need this, this, oops, Give me that. We also need a little barricade here. Like that. And that'll do for now. Right, let's get down, get some more blocks, all the stuff that we need, and then we'll come back up and actually start working on this properly. So I'm just going to build one corner of this out, just so I have some room to work with so I can place things down. I will light it up so nothing will really spawn here yet. But if you can look with these middle things, you can kind of tell how big this is going to be. From each side of this it goes out 15 blocks. So there should be plenty of room for things to spawn. Alright, so we have a little bit of room to work with here. So I'll place this down. I'll also make I'm going to also make another chest. Not chest, a workbench, sorry. What? Okay. Bye then, I guess? Oh, there it is. That was weird. Right, so the next thing I need to do is sort the endermite out. Actually, if we just do this real quick, you need to place them there. I do need to make another 2 of these, though. There we go. But, oh, that's not what I wanted. Put them there. Right, so just do that just to make sure that it's safe. Do this, and then we need to... I'm going to eat a golden apple and then just constantly use the ender pearls, and hopefully this will be enough to get us, say, an endermite. There we go. Oh, don't you dare do it. No, you don't. Oh, you are joking. I'm an idiot. I'm an absolute idiot. I guess we're going to have to try that again. Oh, that was easy enough this time. Finally, there we go. Right, so now I need to place these down. I cannot believe I failed twice there. I don't know what he's doing. There we go. Right, so he needs to get in that in a second. Oh, I do need to tag him though. Oh, can I not tag him? Right, we'll just try this without tagging him for now. Because he doesn't seem to want to work. Wait. Please let me tag him. Weird. He's moving it on his own, that's odd. Oh my god, is he despawned? Alright, so he is tagged now. I had to get really close to him to do it, so he should not despawn this time. That was infuriating. Right, so if I do that, then he should get stuck inside of it in a second. If I can just walk him into it. There we are. Right, so... There we go. He's down there, finally. Thank God, now I can get rid of all this. That was... that was probably the hardest part of this. They're just so difficult to work with, I think. Right, now I need to block this hole off so none can spawn down there. Get rid of these. I don't know why I put them there in the first place. So I don't think I need any of these slabs here, but I'm going to leave them there just because I don't really want him to die, because that was remarkably difficult to get him here in the first place, so I'd rather not risk it. But for now, what I'm going to do is remove everything I don't need from here and just place a bunch of slabs in my inventory. I'm going to need a lot of them because it seems to take a huge amount to fill in just a corner. So the whole time I've been doing this whole thing up here, I've like been extremely nervous because one slip of my little finger and I'm dead, and all of the stuff that I have on me is gone, which I really do not want to happen. So now I'm having this problem, like the entire platform is built, but I'm having this problem where they're not falling down, they're just going to the sides of it. So I'm gonna have to figure out what's happening here before I proceed. So literally the second that I recorded that bit, just saying that I don't know what's going on here, I realised what is going on here. The problem is, this is far too loud. The problem here is that this is not high enough. It needs to go up one more. Oh, and there we go. Now they've figured it out. But there we go, that should work now. Yeah, so they have that to walk down and that side to walk down. Hopefully their pathfinding can figure that out. So now all I have to do is just delete all these torches and they should start spawning and then falling down. Yep, there we are. And there we go, and he should be one hit kill, right? Yeah. Right, so for now I just kind of want to no. I just kind of want to put a roof on this, just to kind of stop them spawning down here, or falling down here, should I say. Why do I keep doing that? Right, so this should just be a case of slamming them with one hit and then they will die. Yep, there we go. Oh my god, look at all that XP. And all the pearls that we get. So I'm extremely happy with this. I think it works perfectly. Obviously you can see that you get a lot of XP and I'm getting huge amounts of pearls from this, so I don't have to worry about pearls for a while. And then you can see how fast it just reloads, like they just constantly fall down here really quick. Hopefully the Endermite doesn't despawn. I don't think it will because obviously we tagged it with a name, so it should be fine. Jesus Christ, there is loads of them. I'm going to pretty this up at some point. Make it like an actual room so you cannot see any of this. But I think that looks pretty cool. Let's just take a step back and have a better look at it. So yeah, I think that looks pretty damn cool, right? So I think I'm going to leave the episode here for now. I'm glad I've finally got this done. This is an extremely easy way to get XP, an extremely easy way to get ender pearls, so we can travel to different end islands now with ease, I guess. If you have any improvements or any changes that I should make to this, then please let me know. It seems like there is a limit. Or is it just because I'm not near the spawning area? It seems like as soon as a certain amount of them down here, they won't fall down anymore. But if I get rid of them, I think they start falling again. Yeah. So there is a limit on how many can spawn, I guess. But that's a stupid amount of XP that I'm getting. As usual, thank you everyone for the support. All of the likes and comments and shares and all that really do help, and I do appreciate it. So if you want to support me even more, just make sure you share the video with your friends or comment on it or whatever. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time. Goodbye.